Hi again team, Kris Rasmussen, Principal of Professionals Real Estate, and welcome along to another monthly update, this time for January 2018. So Happy New Year to you all. I'm sure like me the holidays are a distant memory. Now today we're at yet another fantastic locally owned and operated business, FPOS Specialists in Taranaki. Now Damo Kim and their team provide fixed, mobile and wireless FPOS solutions, short and long-term FPOS leasing, point of sale solutions, CCTV and security, and they're 24/7. So now most of you probably would have used their services, especially if you went to the bar, and that's at the likes of the recent concerts that we've had on at the Bowl, like Brian Adams, Cat Stevens, maybe you've been to WOMAD or any other major events that are around the province. These guys help out, put in the FPOS so that we can go and pay and get our produce from there. Also, as many of you know, I do a lot of the charity auctioneering around town, and every time that I go to, whether it's my one or whether it's other ones that I do, these guys always have their machines there to help the organisers get the money in for their much needed organisations or charities or whoever they're doing it for. I obviously know this firsthand, and that's through the Child Cancer Foundation charity event that these guys do with us. First look, I just needed a machine, so they ended up giving me that. Then I decided I needed two. They gave me that. I said I needed FPOS, they gave me that. And then I said I needed a credit card, and they gave me that. So look, there was never an issue ever for them to do that. They've always supported us. So if you can help by supporting them, or just simply want to know whether you're getting a good deal, whether the solution you've got is going to work for your business, then give them a call here at FPOS Specialists in Taranaki. It may be worth your while. Righto, so REINZ have just released their sales statistics for December 2017, and I'm going to cover those off very shortly. I'm also this month going to give some commentary on how the market's looking early on. We are just into January. The proposed major retail complex in Waiwhakaiho, so an article came out on that. I want to discuss around that. And then finally, a bit of a small recap on our win-win-win travel voucher promotion that we do at the end of every year. So that finished in December. So the stats, New Plymouth City, we had 78 sales in December, which is down on November's 102. But look, that's to be expected, because do remember we had Christmas coming up, so effectively around the 22nd of December, everything stopped for us. The median sale price for December in New Plymouth City was $419,500, which is slightly up on November's $410,000. The median GV was $397,500 this month, so sales are still 6% up above GV as they were the month before. Median days to sell was 35, so that's a little bit longer than what we've had previously, because in November, remember, it was 29 days. Now Bell Block had 13 sales in December, which is exactly the same amount they had in November and October, so they're certainly consistent out there. Median sale price was $565,000, which is quite a bit up on November's $418. But I just want to remind you that the median is the middle number, okay? So when there's only 13 sales, that can vary quite considerably month to month. Now median days to sell out there was 32, so very similar to New Plymouth, but that's really pushed out from where they have been in the months prior, where they were only 15. Taranaki overall, there was 157 sales in the region for December, which is down on the 214 sales that we reported in November. Median sale price was $360,000, which is much the same as the month prior. Auckland median sale price in December was still well in the 800s, $870,000, which is just slightly down on where it was in November at $880,000. Bindi Norwell, which is the REINZ CEO, made comment, when looking at the Auckland picture, this is the first time that all 7 districts have had a median sale price of in excess of $700,000. So just highlighting how expensive the city is becoming. Man, I'm glad we live in Taranaki, because that's some massive dollars up there in Auckland. The number of properties sold in Auckland dropped in December also at 1,693 sales, but Christmas is in there. Leading us on to nationally, so all of New Zealand, the number of properties sold during December was 5,903, slightly down on the month before as expected. Median sale price in December was $550,000, which is also slightly up on November's $540,000. Median days to sell was 32, so 1 day less than November. So although the number of sales has been down right throughout, whether it's here in New Plymouth, whether it's in the region, whether it's nationally, or whether it's Auckland, numbers are down, median sale price is still staying up there, so nothing's changed too much in that much. Our local market, so I want to talk about that. So after returning from the new year, we've definitely seen a surge in properties coming to the market, which is encouraging. But that in turn has actually just brought out the buyers again. So we've certainly had the buyers come. We've had many buyers that have come in already, purchased from us, and we have buyers waiting, for properties that are going to come on that might be similar. Both the private visits and the open home numbers are definitely up, and we're going to see what I guess transpires in the coming months, and we'll kind of watch this space, because historically, if I look back year on year, the next few months are always good sales wise, as long as we have the stock, mind you. Now, the proposed major retail complex, just on the 17th of January, Stuff had produced an article around a retail development proposed for the 7.44 hectare former Ravensdown site that will feature a cinema, a supermarket, a hotel, offices and 30 retail shops. So the former Ravensdale site is out in Waiwhakaiho, just between Z and Harvey Norman on the corner there. It's been purchased by a place called Blue Haven Commercial, and they have lodged a land use consent with the New Plymouth District Council. So it's a Tauranga-based company who wants to establish a commercial retail complex out there. The 7.44 hectare plot, which is just across the road from the Valley Medical Centre, was purchased for an undisclosed amount in December 2016. So over a year ago they purchased that, and now they've just come to fruition where they're going to be trying to talk about doing something there. Interesting in the article, it was just an interesting fact really. They did an asbestos survey conducted in June 2017, and they found that there was 1,500 tonnes of asbestos in the walls, the roof flat and the corrugated cladding of the buildings that are left on the site. So there's a fair bit out there. The proposed development has raised a few red flags with council, as buildings would exceed height limits for the area. The plan has just half the parking spaces usually required, and structures would be located too closely to sites of significance. So a resource consent will also be required from the Taranaki Regional Council. There will be approvals will be needed from New Zealand Transport Agency as they've proposed changes to the road markings, installing new centre islands, erecting more traffic lights on Devon Road there. So it's fair to say there's a long way to go with it, and we'll just have to see what transpires. I'll be keeping an eye on it, and obviously we'll keep you updated and give you my opinion on that. Lastly, our win-win-win, our annual travel campaign that we do came to a close at the end of the working year last year. We're super proud really to say that we've now given away $142,500 worth of travel to our vendors. So great, they've sold through us, and then they get to go on a holiday or do something there as well. We've heard some amazing stories now and learned of some lifelong memories that have been made. It's truly awesome to have been part of not just the sale process with them and helping them achieve that, but also hearing what they're doing in the travel plans. So look, as always, if you're thinking about change or just want to know what the new value of your home is, give my team a call at the office, or most of them have got mobiles or 0800 numbers you can call, and they'll be only too happy to help. Remember, appraisals and our knowledgeable advice is completely free. So that's it from me this month. Again, Happy New Year from our family to yours, and if I don't see you before, I look forward to seeing you again next month. Cheers.